Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Universal City Walk. We're up against the clock today. It is almost noon now. It's in the middle of May. The park's closed tonight at 6 o'clock. It's a Friday night, and I believe they still have Grad Bash or something going on, but the park's closed early at 6 o'clock. We've also got some rain coming in, so supposedly after 4 o'clock, it's gonna start raining. We're gonna try to make a loop around each park, see what's new, check out a couple of things, maybe grab a bite to eat. We're racing the clock. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
So I think the parks are moderately busy today. I looked at the wait times briefly as I was getting out of the car, and everything looked pretty reasonable with the exception of maybe Hagrid's was a 2-hour wait. Everything else, I think Velocicoaster at that time was 45 minutes. I don't think it's too bad today. So first stop for me today is over here to the Pass Holder Lounge to get our new magnet. As a pass holder, we love our freebies. This is this quarters pass holder magnet. Pretty much if you ever see inside a Orlando local who's a theme park fan, most of us will have a refrigerator full of magnets. We get them from all the parks, and it's just one of those things that it's free, and you rarely get something free from these theme parks. So when you get one, you take it. We're gonna go across the street over here to the Five and Dime, which is the exit for the Bourne Stuntacular. The Five and Dime is usually where you can start to see some of the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise come in. I can see the sign sitting outside, so let's go see what they have. Halloween Horror Nights 2022 merchandise reveal, never go alone. So they have a pass holder version of this t-shirt, and I think this is just the standard version. But yeah, it just got the never go alone on the back of it. I also have some ornaments, that's kind of cool. Jen and I really like Mel's Drive-In for quick service here in Studios Park. So a little secret that I will tell you. Everybody comes in the front sort of side door over here. The front door, and then there's a sit-down portion straight in front of everybody. That's where everybody wants to sit because it's the first thing you see. What you don't see is around the corner in the back, there's tons and tons and tons of seating. So sometimes, even when you go into the front and all of those tables are full, and sometimes people will be standing there waiting for a table. If you go around the corner, there'll be 30 tables back there that aren't full. So always take the right. If you're looking at the counter, take the right, follow it around, and you'll find lots of empty tables. Also, if you've never taken the time to go to the horror makeup show, definitely make that a priority on your next trip. It's the same show that's been around for years. It's not scary, it's supposed to be funny, and it's a little campy, but it's definitely worth going to see. So also there are 2 new crepes here at Central Park Crepes. There's a new savory and a new sweet. The pork carnitas, which is braised pork shoulder, grilled peppers and onions, cilantro puree, cojita cheese, and tomato salsa for $10.99. And then the new sweet one is the vegan berry with blueberries, coconut whipped topping, vegan cream cheese, toasted almonds, and raspberry sauce. I'm going for the savory today, so we're gonna get the pork carnitas. Crepe is here. Smells fantastic. I'm not a huge cilantro fan. I pretty much don't really like it. But I usually will leave it on an item unless it's if I feel like it's a big component. In this particular instance, I felt like this was, you know, a big component of the dish because The oil was the only non-dry component, but it's too much for me. It's too much cilantro. The pork is good. The crepe is always delicious. The peppers and onions, I'm sort of finally getting down there. So those are all good, but the cilantro just overwhelms everything. So that's really all I can taste. Not my favorite crepe of all time. I want to go back here, back into Fievel's Playland and Curious George, because I've never really showed this to you. So I want to walk back through the kids area and let you see what all is available for the little ones. So the first thing you come to, and there's ET right there, is Fievel's Playland. Actually, it looks like it's closed. It looks like they're doing some refurbishment, but it is a play zone. It has some slides and some stuff for the little guys. The next thing you're going to come to is DreamWorks Destination. So this runs looks like every 20 minutes, and it's basically just like a little stage show with some of the DreamWorks characters. I've never done it. It's fairly new. We'll skip past it today, but we will come back and do this at some point. And here in the back, we come to Curious George's little play area where there is lots and lots of water things. There's a little dry area over here for the little kids. And then see, there's little fountains and splash pads over here on the left. There's water guns up at the top where you will get soaked if you try to go through there. There's a big water bucket up there at the top. So you have to go around the back if you don't want to get wet, because otherwise that's stuff that's going to get you wet everywhere. I am not a get wet at the theme park person. I think most adults aren't, but the kids love it. So glad that they have this little areas that they can get wet. Mentioned before that there are several rides here at Universal that, as a general rule, I don't ride. Now, I'm fairly adventurous. I'm fairly brave. There's not much that I won't ride because I'm afraid, but there are some that I won't ride because it made me a little queasy. One of them is the ones right behind me. The Simpsons ride is a 3D ride. And it used to be the Back to the Future ride before it became this, and it was the same with that ride too. It's just a little too much movement. It makes me a little queasy. Now, it doesn't mean I won't do it. I will do it. If somebody's in town, somebody really wants to ride it, I'll ride it. But for the most part, I'm not going to do it. The other one here at Universal that I don't ride anymore is Rip Ride Rocket. It just shakes me too much. It's just not fun. So there you go. The two that I won't ride. Now, is there a ride here that you won't ride? Put it down in the comments. I'm really interested. Is there a ride here that you just can't ride because it makes you queasy, or you're too scared, or just don't want to ride? Let's go take a peek in Gun Alley and see what the crowds look like back there. I know what they're going to look like. They're going to be crowded. Okay, so we're here at King's Cross Station. The current wait time for the Hogwarts Express is 70 minutes. So let me tell you this. If you come to Universal and you have never ridden the Hogwarts Express, okay, wait in line. It's an attraction. It's definitely worth doing. If you can get a shorter wait time, even better. But if you are using Hogwarts Express as transportation to get from one park to the other, then do not wait more than 30 minutes. I would say don't even wait more than 20 minutes, because at that point it is faster to walk out of the park, walk back through City Walk, and walk to the other park. It will take you less time. So this is new since I was here last. Looks like the exterior window for Louis is being refurbished. There's a wall up around it. Can't see what's going on back there. Well, they moved the wall back for Revenge of the Mummy. This happened a couple of weeks ago. I saw it online. You can see where they've redone the plaza. They put in a bunch of permanent stanchion holders so that they can extend the stanchions outside, which is smart. And doesn't look like much else has been done to the outside. We still don't have a reopening date. It still says late summer, but the rumor is that it's gone a little faster than originally hoped, and it's going to be open sooner rather than later. So currently we are without a tribute store. I don't know if we'll have another one before Halloween Horror Nights or not, but as far as I'm concerned, they could just open that up now. So a rumor that was confirmed today is that Universal Studios Classic Monsters Cafe is now closed permanently. So people were upset about this online when I saw it today, but I mean, to me it just makes sense because Universal is opening an entire new themed classic monsters land in Epic Universe. In that land they're going to have a sit-down restaurant or a quick service restaurant. So it doesn't really make sense to have this here and then have one over in Epic Universe. Now I'm not sure if this was confirmed or not because I didn't hear this, but this is the Classic Monsters Cafe drink stand that sits outside. It's got the big revolving Swamp Thing, Wolfman, and Frankenstein's monster on top. But there you can get your drinks and slushies and some beer. But it's just to the left of the Monsters Cafe. But I don't know if this is staying or going. So it's still currently open. I'm thinking this is going to stay. I just wanted to point out, Despicable Me when we got here was 50 minutes, kind of 20 minutes now. It's a lot to do with people stop at the first attraction they come to in a park, and it gets inflated early in the morning, and then through the early afternoon, and then later you get in the afternoon, the lower the wait time gets. So this is one of those rides that I would always suggest waiting until later in the afternoon to ride. This is only going to impact a few people, so I'm going to keep this very brief. But if you are an annual pass holder here at Universal, I just stopped by guest services. There are multiple levels of passes. I have the Premier Pass, which is the top level. They have 2 park and 3 park Premier Passes. So 3 park obviously gets you into Volcano Bay. I mentioned last time when I went to Volcano Bay that I was going to be downgrading my pass because I just don't use it very much, and it's just, you know, for the money that we pay for it, it's probably not worth it. So I went today to guest services to downgrade my pass. There is no ability to downgrade your annual pass once you upgrade it. The only thing that you can do is you can let it expire once the renewal date happens. Long story short, you can't downgrade until your pass is up for renewal. Then you can downgrade, but it's a little bit of a process to go through. So just know that it's easy to upgrade, not so easy to downgrade. Standing outside of Green Eggs and Ham, which we have covered before. I've had the green eggs and ham. I've also had the buffalo chicken tots and the pizza tots from here. But I did want to point out the carousel is still under refurbishment. I don't know if it's ever going to end. So Poseidons Fury is back open. Currently at a 30-minute wait right now. I don't think I'm going to wait 30 minutes because it's all out in the sun. I think I'll try and get here earlier one morning and try and hit this up when it's a little less of a wait. So as you walk through the Lost Continent, this is not new news, but maybe you haven't been here since they opened Velocicoaster. But halfway through, over by Fire Eater's Grill, there's now a cut through that leads directly to the Velocicoaster over a bridge. It bypasses having to go through Hogsmeade and gets you over to Velocicoaster a lot faster. So rumor is that the All Hallows Hula Boutique is going to become another Classic Monsters boutique. So let's go in and take a look. Okay, so not much different in that store, just some different decorations. You know, we'll continue to check in every once in a while and see, always check out for new merch. There's a big construction wall up along the Toon Extra store. The store is still open, so it's just on the exterior, and I guess they're working on some of the outside elements. There's Popeye and olive oil. Okay, so we made it around both parks. It is now 3 o'clock. I said I was going to try and wait maybe till 4 to go do some express, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go. It's warm out here today. I'm already starting to get a sunburn. I can tell, I can feel it on my face. But we did get to see some new stuff. We didn't really expect to do much today, just kind of checking out stuff that's new. Got to try the new crepe over at the creperie. We saw some new merch in the store, saw some HHN preview merchandise, came around and walked around Islands of Adventure. Didn't really see much new here, but pretty busy. It was a good day. So guys, thank you as always for coming along with me, even on the short days. If never lost, then never found. So go get lost.